Smart bulbs have paved the way for some of the greatest smart home advancements of our time. The technology in our homes have changed how we think about lighting. But what happens when that technology gets too expensive? What's up, everybody? So today I have 4 different off-brand smart bulbs that I ordered from the internet, and today's goal is really to see which of these inexpensive bulbs works well and which one's the best one to get. If you guys haven't seen my previous smart bulb video, I'll link it up in the YouTube card. Definitely go check that out. It's all about Philips Hue, LifeX, and GE Sea-Life bulbs. Alright, so I got 4 different brands of bulbs with me today. I have Sengled, I have TP-Link, I have Lumiman, and the 4th one I'm gonna mispronounce, so I'm definitely gonna just put it on screen right here. And from now on, we're just gonna call it JK because that's the logo that's on the bulb. All these smart bulbs are A19 multicolored bulbs that use Alexa and Google Assistant and don't require a hub. We'll be judging these on a couple different categories: their ease of setup and their app, their brightness, their build quality, and their price. So let's start with the build quality of the Sengled bulb. It has a plastic top and what feels like a metal base. It does have some weight to it, so it does feel sturdy when I'm holding it, so it does give me that sense of security that it is a better product. The TP-Link has the same plastic top and an aluminum base and comes in a little heavier than the Sengled bulb at about half a pound. The Lumiman is made completely out of plastic and feels a little cheaper. It doesn't really have that nice weight to it that the metal bases kind of give you with these lights, so it does feel a little cheaper. The JK bulb is definitely the cheapest feeling of all these bulbs. It's made completely out of plastic, just like the Lumiman, but it has that sense of fragileness because it doesn't have that weight to it. It weighs the least out of all of these. If I had to pick a winner in this category, I would definitely say it's the TP-Link bulb, with Sengled coming in a very close second. I think just that extra little weight gives me that sense of security, even if it's false, sense of security that I'm buying a better product. Okay, so now let's look at how easy the setup is and how easy the app is to use. So all 3 of these bulbs are Wi-Fi bulbs and they require their own app. So you have to download their app and then create an account. So once you have that done, then you can actually start the setup. So let's start with the Sengled bulb. All right, if any of you are asking yourself, is that the miniaturized version of the leg lamp from A Christmas Story? Yes. Yes, it is. We're going to use it to test these bulbs today. So we're going to start with the Sengled app. We're going to go ahead and get this bulb connected. So we just got to get it turned on here. And then we hit the smart Wi-Fi bulb. Now it's going to ask for location permission. So you got to allow it to have access to your location. Since it did blink twice, we're going to go ahead and hit next. We're going to wait for it to do its thing. And while I'm going to cut a lot of this wait time out while it tries to find the bulb. Now it's going to connect to the Wi-Fi here. So while it's doing this, I'm just going to cut all that out. That way you guys don't have to sit here and wait through all that. So now it's connected. And so now what we can do is go ahead and add it to a room. I'm just going to, for now, just select living room. Hit OK. And then, yeah, we should be good to go at this point. And then we can actually go through and kind of test out the app and see how it looks. A lot of these apps are going to be similar. You're going to hear me saying that a lot, I'm sure. You have your buttons for all on, all off, and then you can turn it off by living room or by room. You can go in, add devices, or turn them off one at a time there. You have your routines, just like most smart bulb apps. But yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple, I feel like it's a very simple app. It's a very easy app to use. So as far as being able to go in and change color, all you got to do there is hit, I'm changing color for the living room. If I want to do per device, I'm sure, there you go. Color temperature doesn't give me a number. I wish it did. I think this is a pretty straightforward app, like I said. And yeah, I like it. I think it works. All right, so now we're going to move on to the TP-Link bulb. So we're going to hit that plus sign, hit device, go smart lights, and then smart bulb. And then now we're just going to have to turn it on, and then we'll wait 5 seconds for it to flash 3 times or blink 3 times. So what we'll do is we'll let it do its thing here. Alright, just like that, we're going to hit next, and then now we're going to do the network. So now we'll put in the network information so I can connect it to my network, and then we'll let it connect. And then now we can just move on to naming it. So let's just go ahead and name this one lamp for now. And then we're going to hit next, and then we can select the icon. We'll just select the light bulb. That's easy. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's as easy as that. Okay, so now for the app itself. I do like the look of this app. I think it's very clean. It looks great. One thing I do really like is when you can choose the color temperature. So right here, as you can see, it gives you a number for the color temperature. You're not just trying to select, okay, I want it a little bluer. You can actually go in and say, okay, I want it at 6850. Or you can come in and say, okay, I want it set at 3805. Like, I do love it when they do that. Other than that, it's just like almost any other smart bulb app. I mean, the rest of it, I mean, you can choose your colors just like normal. So if I wanted to go blue, I can go blue. I can go red, green. And I know these colors don't look super bright on camera, but they are fairly vibrant. So I'm very pleased by that. Obviously, I can just choose to turn it on and off from the app, and it's pretty responsive, pretty quick. And then, just like any other smart bulb, you can set a schedule. This one has presets. And so, yeah, I think it's a very straightforward app, and I think it looks pretty good. So now we're moving on to the plus minus app. This is for the Lumiman bulb. So we're going to hit lighting, then we're going to have to put in our network information. So once that happens, you'll get this screen here, and it's going to have us turn the bulb off for 10 seconds, and then turn it on, off, and then on again. And then it'll be ready to go if it flashes. So I go a little far on this one, turn it off one too many times, but this is still going to work, so we should be good to go here. We can hit next, and then it's going to start connecting. Once that's done, we can go ahead and name the bulb here. So let's just call this one L bulb for now. Make it easy so I remember this is for Lumiman. And then after that, you're pretty much it. It's not that difficult. Okay, so now let's just take a look here at the app itself. And I like the look. I like the color scheme. It looks good. It's easy to look at. And it's pretty straightforward. So if I click on the L bulb that we just created here, I can change the color temperature based on the what the color temperature actually is, not on the color that I'm looking for. So just like most other smart bulb apps, like I mentioned, I can do schedules. I can also set up scenes in this app where, like if I hit the party scene here, it's probably going to change. There we go. Changes colors. I can adjust the brightness, obviously, and I can adjust, to whatever color I want. So if I want to go green, I can do that. If I want to go blue, I can do it there. And I want to point out, I know I did it with the last bulb, but these colors on camera don't look as vibrant as they do in the room, actually. So they actually look pretty good. This one I don't think is as bright as the TP-Link when it comes to all the other colors. Red to me here is just a little bit more orange than I think it should be. But yeah, I think all in all, I think the app is fairly easy to use, and I think it's easy to understand. All right, so now we're going to move on to the JK bulb, and I had some issues with this bulb, I tell you. Mostly, I guess, with the app. This is the Smart Life app that runs this bulb, and I kept getting this reset the device message whenever I tried to do something, and I had to start over. It was a giant pain in the butt, but eventually I did get it to work. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to select Add Device, you're going to go to Lighting, and then you're going to go to Lighting, parentheses, Wi-Fi. It should be the first option there. And then eventually, it's going to let me enter in my network information and actually retain it. I had to enter it in probably a handful of times, but I finally got it to work this time, and it finally connected. So I'm entering my network information here, waiting for it to connect, and then once that happens, you're done at this point. Okay, let's finally take a look at this app now that it's finally working. So if you just click on that bulb there, you can go in and it has all your options for your brightness. If you hit there, it'll change to your color. So then you can select, what color you want, and all that. So pretty straightforward. The next one over here, this is kind of like your scenes. So there's a couple here to choose from. What you can do here is, you just kind of tap on them. It'll select that scene for you. And then from back at this menu here, you click the smart, you can have your tap to run. This basically allows you to set it up so that way, I'm assuming anyway, that you can use it with your voice commands there like it says. Pretty simple app, pretty straightforward. I think it works. I think all in all, this is a pretty good app. So now we're on to brightness. Now all of these bulbs, except the JK bulb, come in at 800 lumens. The JK bulb comes in at 630. So as you can see here, they're all fairly close. The top three, the three at 800 at least, they are all fairly close at white on brightness. So I would have to say that in this category, it would be a three-way tie. Okay guys, so now we're gonna talk price. So the Sengled bulb comes in at Best Buy at $29.99 for the non-hubbed version. Make sure if you don't want to get the hub, you have to get the bulb that says non-hub version on the box. The other three bulbs are available on Amazon at a pretty reasonable price. So you can get the TP-Link bulb for $29.99. You can get the Lumiman for $22.99, but you also got to remember with that, you get two bulbs. So you got to take that into consideration when you're looking at this price. And then with the JK bulb, you can get that for $12.46. So I think these prices are all pretty fair for what you get. Obviously, the JK bulb is the cheapest of them, and of the four bulbs that I have here, it's probably my least favorite. You know, with all the difficulties I had setting it up, I am not a big fan of this product. So rather than spending the $12, I'd rather spend, 20 some dollars to get one of the other bulbs. I mean, if you're trying to be a little bit more frugal with your money and you still want smart bulbs, the JK bulbs are definitely gonna wanna be your choice. I think if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, I would go with one of the other three. If you could go with TP-Link or Sengled, I would definitely go. Those would probably be my top two. Alright guys, so I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Ring that bell to get notifications when I post new videos. If you like this video and want to see any of my other videos, there'll be links to some of those up there. Go check those out. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.